Well, that was fast. Guys, I was gonna wait to do this 90 gram video, but I thought I may as well just send it on the same day I'm sending the 16 gram video, so it's fresh in your minds. As we left off, so I made no adjustments to this regulator. And we're just gonna plug in a 90 gram. This is not a new 90 gram. It's got, I don't know, maybe 10 or so shots on it. I'm using a Home Defense 24 on off. This is more a specific CO2 on off. It's a type of valve. So these tend to be much more reliable at holding these large canisters punctured. It says it's just over 800 PSI, probably like 825. Well, you know, if you shake them, I don't know if that means anything. It's creeping up. It's almost 850. In any case, it just goes straight in the back. This particular on-off, there's no adapter required. Pepperball does sell their own specific 90 gram on-off, which I have here. But you can see mine popped an O-ring, and I just really haven't gotten around to putting it back together. Seeing as Home Defense 24 sent me this brand new black one. Black is always nice because it goes with all of our gear. I'm just gonna use this. 9.9 gram riot balls, 11-inch smoothbore barrel, Wixon detents, bypassed regulator. And again, you guys, the reason I'm testing this external reg, I run most of my markers bypassed. The VKS is no different. It's normally set up with an HBA tank on the back, but if there's a problem, I'm too lazy to hand pump, my electric compressor is not working, and if I have this regulator preset, I'm able just to screw it in and send CO2 down the pipe without having to worry about, or at least I know what it's going to do, as opposed to just winging it and hoping for the best. The second reason is, well, we're gonna find out right now, does this external regulator do a better job of mitigating liquid ingestion in the market? And I believe it does. So let's go. I'm going to charge it with the marker in the off position. I think if I was going to keep it ready like this, I'd probably just, well, I don't know. So if I put the marker in the on position, then all I got to do is twist this to engage. But pending this doesn't weep or leak slowly over time, it may unintentionally charge your marker. So yeah, for safety, it's probably better just to have your on-off in the off position. So that's how we're gonna start. Juice it up. That made more of a click that time. And I'm guessing because it's a lot heavier on the CO2. Okay, no adjustments made to this regulator. It was like started at 47, 48, went down to like a 43, but it probably averaged 45. It held a good 45 joule average on a 16 gram. So let's see where it starts. 302. Lower. Interesting. 296. 298. 298. Well, gosh darn it, 298. Very consistent, but the power's down. my only guess is that the CO2 maybe was at a cooler temperature than my 16 gram. I don't know how that would be because they are literally sitting side by side inside my inside the house. So why did it start off lower? Again, this regulator I think just does a really good job of what it essentially what it was made to do. On that note, I'm not going to make this a big long drawn out video, but 300 is kind of low if you're using an 88 gram, right? I mean, you got a lot more CO2. If you're going to engage this thing, hypothetically, you want to dump a mag, and I'm not going to turn it up so I can just dump one mag and it's empty, but I am going to turn it up just to see how this O-ring fares. So it's still engaged. I probably should disengage the marker at least, but the regulator is still hot. I'm going to put a half turn on it. Can you see? Can you see? There we go. Half turn. Let me freshen the magazine up. Fresh magazine, 10 rounds. Extra half turn on the regulator. See what's cooking. Oh, forgot to turn it on. 344, that's respectable. 362, more respectable. $364. That shot, the 364, I just saw a little frost come out the barrel. So could that mean it's maybe turned up a tad too high? Possibly. 368. $360. $358. $356. There is obviously some natural cooling effect that's going to happen. Oops. $358. Yoish, that's loud. Empty. What I will do is turn this off. Just clear it. All good. Just taking this adapter out here. So there is still pressure trap between the on-off and the regulator, of course, as it normally would be. But there's a problem. I ate up that O-ring when I backed this out. Yeah, no big deal. I got lots of those. Something that probably should be aware of though. Important facts, but I can deal with that. And what's it say there? Yeah, it's like 750, so still a fair bit of CO2 in this. I give it a good jerking and hand warming. I'm sure it can get it up to, yeah, she's come back up to 800 there. this was a very short-lived test. But based on my experience, as the test went on and I did see those little puffs of frost coming out, you don't really want to see that. That's wasted CO2. That is liquid that is being expelled out your barrel. So I would probably dial this back a little. Let's be honest, 360, it's not really less lethal. Not with a 10-gram ball anyways, but I'm not here to judge. If I dialed this back to maybe a 340 with a 10-gram, I would be, and if this O-ring survives longer, that would be great. I would love to be able to continue testing this long-term for you guys. I know the VKS, you know, it's a popular platform. It wasn't my favorite platform. It just because, really, I mean, it's a great marker, don't get me wrong. But I love my M17 and I need to get back. I need to get this regulator back on there because of some other things I need to try after some discussions with Facebook group members. Good ones, good information out there. I like when everybody shares. I always try to share as much as I can. I will share safely. I know there's been some guys bugging about the Berna. I'm not really comfortable maybe releasing that kind of information yet. And it's not because somebody's gonna get hurt. It's more, Berna is a fickle thing that, well, I'm not even gonna get into it. Any case, yeah, 90 gram in a VKS. Not the most complete test, but a test nonetheless. I'm out of here.